Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, I sure hope you've had an absolutely amazing Wednesday. Let me tell you, there are some big time things happening in this space. And guys, one of them is this. A recent publication has just come out from the SEC and the CFTC, where they are working on a joint project called Project Crypto Sprint. And the whole idea, guys, is to absolutely streamline the process of releasing spot ETFs in this digital asset space. Now, this is a big time deal, and especially for us in this XRP ecosystem. And the reason, of course, is that in October, which is literally just, next month, the SEC is going to be making a decision, guys, on multiple big time, XRP spot ETFs. And here they are working together. Now, this is according to the president's mandate to absolutely go out there and work out these crypto working groups and things like that. And so I'm going to put a link to the story right in here where you can actually read this for yourself. But this joint document is talking about how they want to streamline this process to make it absolutely way faster than it is to bring these products to market. And guys, that tells me, and it's telling a lot of other folks, that, hey, October could be a massive, massive deal with the approval of these exchange traded funds for XRP. Now, why is that such a massive deal? Like, what would that do for this XRP ecosystem? Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys. These are spot ETFs. That basically means that the issuers of the exchange traded funds for XRP have to hold the underlying asset. That is going to create a big time demand because all of these major institutions, you got Bitwise, Grayscale, you got them all, they are going to be competing with one another for selling these products out there. And I'm going to tell you what, they are going to want to sell as many as they possibly can. And of course, they're going to be out there gobbling up XRP as a spot ETF to support that. That very well could cause a massive supply crunch. Now, I know a lot of people, we feel that, hey, in the retail market, XRP is always available. Well, guys, that is not always the case. In fact, we have seen in the past where there have been supply crunches for XRP. And I want you to think about this. If right now, every Coinbase customer that has some XRP decided, nope, we're selling it, we're dumping it, we're taking it out, do you realize the entire exchange and for Coinbase and Kraken and Upward would probably literally stop trading? Why? Because, guys, they can't supply the entirety of that right now. If they all went in there and they wanted to withdraw all their XRP, let's say put that onto cold wallets. I said sell it. What I meant to say is put it onto cold wallets. If they wanted to do that, they wouldn't be able to facilitate it. They would actually slow those transfers down because they don't have it readily available just like that. Guys, that's why. And so a lot of folks don't really understand that it is not like, oh, well, there's just this unending supply of XRP to go out and get. It is not like that. And for major institutional players, that's why you've got Ripple. Ripple themselves has bought XRP off the open market so they could turn around and sell it to their on-demand liquidity partners. Did you hear that? Because, of course, the FUD is that, every month Ripple is dumping it on retail, which is utter nonsense and hogwash. We know it for a fact. Why? Because Ripple has not sold one XRP to the retail market since 2019. That's why. And by the way, when they do their on-demand liquidity sales, when they do that with their partners, there's contracts where the partners just can't go off to retail and turn around and just dump that. That's why. But of course, the fudsters never tell you that. They just tell you, oh, well, hey, 1 billion XRP got released from escrow and on and on. They don't tell you that 800 million of them got locked back up and the 200 million that were left over got sold to ODL partners, which absolutely shows you that they're using it in the use case for which it was intended. Cross-border remittances right there. But this is what you need to be out there digging around and finding for yourself, because Guys, you're not going to hear this stuff mainstream. They're not going to tell you. Now, this is a massive deal for this space because we have just lived under years and years and years of opposition, to these digital assets. And of course, XRP with the SEC lawsuit. And yet here you are with these working groups where they want to work together with different agencies. The SEC has wanted to have absolute dominion over this under the Gary Gensler regime, right? Well, here now they're working with the CFTC so that they can actually make this more streamlined and the market can participate in these assets. I'm going to tell you right now, from being in this space for 5 years, we did not have that level of sentiment all throughout the time Judy and I have been involved, and certainly before that it was even worse. Yet we're getting more and more and closer towards that adoption and application. That should excite you and I, guys, should really excite us. I absolutely believe that it is entirely possible when all the dust settles in this, that we could end up this space with its own indices, kind of like the NASDAQ and stuff like that. Because when we get that full-on adoption and real-world asset tokenization, and you're talking about the tokenization of securities there, not the securitization of tokens. I really like to point that out because it's a major difference. That right there is going to be tremendous driver for this space. And right now, we're able to invest in these protocols at these prices. And literally, you got people crying the blues over the price of XRP. You got to have, in fact, I'm thinking, this is crazy. I have never seen such a more bullish setup for any asset class ever as what we are seeing right now in this space. I mean, we got an administration gung-ho for it. We have we're in a bull season. Come on, you got Bitcoin new all-time high, Ethereum, XRP, on and on. Even the equity markets with the Dow and the Russell, they're experiencing new all-time highs. We're definitely in a bull season. We got that going for us. We have right on the verge of releasing and approving a lot of these ETFs. All that's going on, the lawsuit all done with. I mean, have you ever seen a setup better than what we're seeing now? And we know that the infrastructure that is coming for the world with this new financial system is in place. And do you think that these guys are investing billions upon billions upon billions for this new digital economy, the infrastructure for it, without any intention whatsoever of using it? Come on, let's use some common sense. We know that's not the case, and we are early. I think most of us don't even realize truly how early we are, but we will. Guys, I'm going to tell you, they're going to write books about it. They are going to make movies about it. This is going to be such a massive turn of events. It is truly wild. And the fact that the majority of people out here who are going to be literally the impacts that this is going to have on them is truly phenomenal. Yet the majority of them are completely oblivious to the change that's coming. And that just literally floors me whenever I think about it, just how impactful this distributed ledger technology is going to be. Not just our finances, but hey, this morning, like we were talking about, our decentralized identities, our educational histories, our healthcare, on and on and on. The impacts it's going to have is going to change the way the world works. And yet so few people are truly clued in to how dynamic that's going to be. And when you read articles like this about the SEC and the CFTC working together to streamline the process, and it just kind of goes right over their heads, right over the rate, right, and they miss out on it. And they don't clue in that may equal some major opportunity. Guys, don't let that be you. Get out there and truly research it. Dig this stuff up. Look, I love coming out here and telling you about these articles so that I wet your whistle so that you will actually go out there, read the articles, and maybe do a little bit more digging. Get right in behind there and find out what's going on, because I'm sure doing that. I'm doing that because I want to be prepared for what's coming. I do not want to be taken by surprise and missed out on some of the greatest opportunities that are facing our lives right now. This is going to be a generational opportunity, not just a lifetime opportunity. And we all kind of say that, lifetime opportunity. No, this is even way bigger than that. This is a generational opportunity, because not only could it change your life, It could change your children's lives, your grandchildren's lives. I mean, ultimately it will. But I'm saying getting into it as an investor and in these protocols, it has the potential to literally, in my estimation, my 100% biased opinion, to change the fortunes of generations. Really. And you could have your kids and your grandkids looking back and say, oh my gosh, thank goodness that grandpa and grandma, they went out there and boy, they took a stand and they absolutely changed our lives. You think of some of the early, back in the 1900s when the oil thing was going on and all these various families like the Rockefellers and different ones that went out there. They literally saw the future. They crafted, guys, they gave themselves a seat at the table, and not just them, but their children and their grandchildren. I think we're in that moment right now where we're at the threshold of it, and it is going to be stupendous. Guys, I don't want you missing it. I certainly don't want to miss it. I don't want you to miss it. I want us to be, literally, I want you sitting right there beside me, buckled up, and with your ticket when we literally ride this rocket all the way through the atmosphere, way past the moon, and straight through Jupiter. I'll tell you what. And so, guys, get buckled up. Get ready. I think some major, major deals are going to turn this thing around like most people can't even imagine. And I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see you there in it. I'll tell you what. So guys, until tomorrow when we have another amazing coffee chat, have a fabulous one and take care.